Hi and welcome. I am Jennifer, and you are here on my YouTube channel to capture the essence or energies of the week. This week, a new week, August the 7th to the 13th. And I don't know, I might be wrong about this, but since I woke up this morning, now I am recording this on Sunday the 8th, sorry, the 6th. I have to keep looking at my little calendar behind the camera. I can never remember what day it is. Anyways, I woke up with these particular tuning into these energies, and I've been trying to understand what they are. That being said, I feel like this reading is going to be big. Like, I feel like the energies are going to be very not more specific in the reading, but more general overall. But I just have the sense of like a big shift here and now, and just, I don't even know how to put it into words. So you know what, I'm not even going to try, because I can mumble about it and waste time here. So I'm just going to dive into the reading. It might be a long one. We'll see if the cards are going to reflect what it is that I'm perceiving. We'll see if that's what the message is related to for everybody. But it does, for me, feels like a big shift into something that we're integrating. So I feel like I need to say hang on to your hats, but we might not need them. So we'll see. Okay, so I have a couple decks here I don't work with very often, so I have their guidebooks right close by should I need them. I'm expecting I will need to refer them. But I was really feeling called to a couple of these decks, and it would be this one here, the Wild and Unknown Alchemy Oracle by Kim Cross or Kras, and it's one I haven't used before. I literally just took it out of its packaging and connected with it, but this deck was calling me for its energies today. And then one I've only used a couple times before, and it looks like this. And it is the Earthcraft Oracle. So again, I felt drawn to these decks because I'm really feeling the earth and the elements and nature. So that's what I was drawn to. So the first row is going to be messages from the Fae. So we'll see what the Fae are saying to us. And then the next row is going to be from the earth. So what message is the earth giving us? Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia, what is she saying to us? What are the messages today? That's the energy I'm feeling. And then the third row is messages. So all about messages today. What is it that we're integrating? What is it that we need to know? What is it that these energies want to share with us, with humanity? The third row is messages basically from nature herself, from the elementals, the forces at play. So let's just dive in here for some more clarification. Sorry, I haven't even touched on the actual oracles, just to see what the general messages are, and then we'll dive into clarification here. Okay, so from the Fae, we have a new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. So interesting. I feel like this is going to be a multi-level reading, because this is basically saying there's, on the three-dimensional level, this is a move. So somebody who's watching this, there is a move coming. So you have to trust that. On a more energetic level, this is a shifting of perspectives. It's a change in even how we are perceiving our own bodies, how we're perceiving. So our bodies are our home, the earth is our home, and how this could be about it changing. I feel like I'm getting like way out there now with the energies and the reflections of this card. of all the possibilities, and this is just me tapping into the surface of it. So if you can bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to feel into this card a little bit more. Okay, so instantly what I'm perceiving as I feel into this card is, okay, hold on, I have to try to find some words for what it is I'm feeling. How can I describe it? So it's like it's a new perception of, because we are internally changing, the perception of our bodies, and it's actually kind of everything I talked about. The perception of our bodies and the world around us is changing. So it is like it's new because we are perceiving it in a way we haven't before. This is a reflection of the growth, the internal growth, because everything outside of us is, because it's new, or it seems new or different. It's a reflection of that internal growth, but our relationship with all this is changing because of that as well. This might elicit a spark into a new home, or the feeling of needing to move physically. And this could also be, of course, like I said, just absolutely representing that it is, there is a move happening. So, yeah, it could be on any one of those levels, depending on who's watching this. So we have we have the Lovers. We have a major arcana here. So there is a theme here. This to me is representing, love of the self, the balancing of the masculine, feminine. This reflects very well that perception. And that's what I was picking up. It's like we are relaxing into our bodies, learning to feel safe. And that's part of the growth I'm feeling, and how this is being reflecting back to our relationship with the outer world, the planet, nature, our own bodies. And it is reflecting this balancing within the growth, coming into love and appreciation of all that is, including our bodies, and just surrendering into that. And I hope that my words are properly conveying what it is that I am perceiving. That is always such a struggle for me. So interesting, here we have the Two of Cups. So again, to me, it's the balancing. It is the emotional part of it. It is feeling connected. It is finding that inner balance. And again, on the outer level, we can say here that there's a move, there's a love interest coming in, that will, a partner coming in, that will, that is reflected in this move. So you move to a new place, and then there's a new partner coming in, or who is involved in this move somehow, and that this is a divine counterpart. And that's how I feel that here. I don't usually do love readings, but there is that possibility with this as well. And then we have the Five of Swords. And so here I feel like there is, in this particular flow of energy on the internal plane, on the energetic plane, finding that new perception within, and the balance and of the yin and the yang, and the love and acceptance and surrender. There is, of making choices, having the words that are coming to me are acute agility of the mind. So just being very clear in the mind of the thoughts you're having, and which ones that you need to leave behind, and which ones that you are choosing to keep. So which ones are going to propel you forward in a way on your journey that aligns with what it is that you are creating for yourself, as you continue, or and then which ones are going to limit you, hold you back, which ones are old patterns, which ones are habitual that are not perhaps in your highest good anymore that you've become aware of. They were never in your highest good. And so you're leaving them behind. So there is that element of it as well. There is also just making a choice. I feel like there's a little bit of a choice in here too, in terms of more the three-dimensional aspect of this, you know, in the moving, there being a partner and that divine counterpart who has just come into your life, or who is coming in, but depicting, you know, a change, a move, maybe they're moving in with you or you moving in with them. But there is a decision here of not knowing all the parts of this, of what's going to happen, but being open to it, but then making a decision that you are going to choose what you know is right at this moment, and let the other aspects of the unknown find their place eventually. But I feel like there's an element of choosing to trust the process in this. But it is a choice. Again, I feel like that's another part of the choice. It's trusting the process, or do you not trust it? I am feeling that there is a choice here, and that by that you are choosing to trust, and that you are putting skin in the game. That's how I'm feeling with these two swords down here. It's like the decision you're making is you're putting skin in the game. You don't know all the answers, or you don't know the outcome to it all, but you're going to at least try, at least put in some effort into that. So moving on here, messages from the earth itself, or herself, is sacrifice. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to grab my glasses. I put them right here. And so this is card 26. I just want to be clear on what the author's meaning or message is with this card. So one of the hardest things you can do is be honest with yourself about what you have space for in your life, both physically and emotionally. There are times when you have too much piled on your plate, and you have to learn to sacrifice some things so that other more important goals can thrive. In this moment, it's time to prioritize. So, I mean, it does go on a little bit, but that kind of sums it up. So it's about prioritizing what it is in your life as you are making these decisions and deciding what is important to you. So just going on here for some deeper clarification, we have justice. So again, we have that balancing aspect in this card, another major arcana card here as well. So another major theme. So finding that balance in your life. And I feel like here, again, there is that aspect of cutting out the truth, getting to the truth of the matter of what it is. What is your truth in this as well, in these decisions you're making? In these life choices. So as I'm moving into this reading, I am finding here that there is a more of a feeling of it being more three-dimensional. But there is the element, of course, of, you know, the energetic. So yes, emotional, spiritual, and all that, and everything in between. So, and how we are manifesting, you know, things, how are we creating. So it is, you know, having the awareness that, you know, we are at a point here, these energies where we're making decisions, and it is what we're being asked to, and I'm sorry, I'm not picking this up from the card, but just diving into the energies, and it is actually helping me by doing this reading understand what it is that I have been tuning into all day. And so it is like we are being called to step deeper into our truth, step deeper into what is true, what is reality. So I know I sound like I just said truth, but what is your truth? What is your individual truth? And then on a larger scale, generally speaking, as a collective, what is our truth? So because we are all connected, you know, we're all on our own personal journeys, but collectively it is like one big journey that mankind is going through. And so it is letting go, recognizing what is false, what isn't in our highest good, and what we don't need. Now, this is, lifestyle choices. These are belief systems. These are the internal voice, that little voice that speaks to you all the time, and recognizing that you have a choice to let certain aspects of any of that go if you feel it is holding you back, and not holding judgment over any of it, of course, just being holding space for it, and recognizing that these are they were never aspects of you, that you are like an empty container. In your true essence, you are just simply love. And you have, over years bought into these illusions and then owned them, or believed that they were part of you. So you kind of own them, and now there's this part. A lot of us are realizing, layer by layer, belief by belief, and all that they're coming up, and then we're recognizing that, oh, is this even mine? How does this make me feel? And it's coming into our bodies, our homes, and seeing how it feels. Where does it fit into our life and into our body? And is it something that we want to, is it a choice we want to go deeper into, to bring more focus to grow this within our life, and create our life in that direction? Or is it something that we wish to, cut? And I feel like cut out of our life. And this is what I feel this is here. So we're getting to the truth of the matter here, and letting go of what doesn't serve us. And this is going to bring a lot of balance into our life. So that being said, yes, there are maybe things that you feel are important to you. There might be a job or a situation, or a place that you have lived, but it doesn't fit any longer with where you're feeling called to go. And so it is recognizing that, maybe it's fear that's holding you back, and just recognizing these aspects, and then cutting out what is perhaps creating limitations on where you are being called to go or called to do. So going deeper into this, we have the Ace of Cups here. Oops, Butterfingers. So with the Ace of Cups, so in this whole process of making these decisions, cutting out of your life what isn't serving you in order to find balance, it's going to bring a lot more peace. It's going to bring heart opening, because you are putting your truth first, what resonates with you. The people pleasing, if you're a people pleaser, then you are recognizing that each of us has our own path to walk, and it's, not enabling. You're recognizing that aspect of you that has perhaps been enabling others to carry on with their behaviors and habits, and their own self-limiting ways of being. And you're saying, you know what, I recognize my role in this story, and I'm out, I'm done. And that could be an element here that you are cutting out and recognizing. And so there may be the sacrificing of that relationship, right? That you feel you're sacrificing, but you're just recognizing your own role in it, and realizing that that's not the best thing. But this is going to put you in a much better state of being. It is raising your vibration, because you are putting up boundaries. You are realizing, boundaries being your own, about you, right? So it always comes back to us. And then we have another ace here. So the Ace of Swords. So, new beginnings here with this Ace of Cups. There is that beginning of your heart opening. I really feel that with here, and the peace coming in, and more spaciousness as well. And then the Ace of Swords is, this allows for new ideas to come in, new, you know what, isn't that interesting? And I'm also feeling, okay, I know I just cut myself off here, but I just got sidetracked in tuning in with the energies of this one. So new ideas, ways of being. Now this one here, I'm noticing that, you know, the water below is very calm. So there's that very calm, peaceful, right? With the dove to me is a symbol of peace. And, you know, the emotions overflowing, just happiness, joy, more love, that kind of feeling here. But then this is also in this space allowing new ideas to come in, but we have some rough waters. So this is telling me that there's maybe some ideas coming in that are going to make you uncomfortable. They're going to invite you outside of your comfort zone. I think it's important to kind of stay in touch with this aspect within you and don't get carried away with the uncomfortableness. You can get, you can recognize it, but recognize as well that it's going to be temporary, because anything that is new in that aspect can be very uncomfortable. And it might even just be the thoughts of ending something, and you know what's coming, that there's going to be some rough waters. There could be a difficult period. But okay, so moving into the last row here. So this is the messages from nature herself, from the elements. We have spring. So this card to me indicates, so I see in this card, I see the chakras being illuminated. I see the tree of life. I see, you know, new beginnings. I see possibilities, and that is what I'm seeing. However, just for a little deeper clarification here, I just want to look this up. So we have 10, so 17. There we go. Oh, that's summer. Let me just find spring here. There we go. So when spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory. We realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside the work of winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own, its generation time. You may be dreaming up a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. Spring is the season of the East, where the sun rises and lights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push through. You made it through winter, and the bulbs burst on their own. So that's a beautiful message. So it pretty much resonates with what I had perceived from the card. The blossoming coming into your own, which is, you know, added, an added part of the book that I wasn't tuning into. But yeah, I do feel like the chakras are involved here. There is an awakening to your own beauty and your own value. I feel like that's a lot of what this is here, and how you can find this in nature as well, being reflected back to you. So when you want to nurture this aspect of you, which is a it's a true essence of who you are, then go out in nature, connect with nature, connect with the sacredness. I feel like that's really, it's not even connecting, but it's acknowledging. We first have to acknowledge the sacredness and then feel it within our bodies and hold gratitude for all of it, and ourselves included, because we're not separate from nature. We are nature. So just for a little more clarification, we have the Two of Swords. So again, I'm feeling like there's some decisions to be made here. And I feel like there is a pathway waiting for you if you decide to make this decision. All of a sudden I can't get my tongue unknotted. I feel like you are well aware of what your choices are, but there is a hesitation of some sort in making the decision. And to me, hesitation is representative of some sort of fear. So following that, we have the Page of Swords. So again, with the swords, and I feel like In relating to this card, in that fear, the hesitation of making a decision, there's the fear of making a wrong decision, because not knowing what is on the path, in whatever decision you make, it's all the unseen elements, right? We know the decision, but then what comes after that? So there's that aspect of it. And I feel like the Page of Swords is saying to you that, is asking you, inviting you to trust the process. Just make a decision, because it will be made for you if you do not do it yourself, and you do not want the decision to be made for you. Make the decision from a place of self-empowerment. If it's made for you, then you lose that self-empowerment, and you can easily fall into the mental belief of being a victim in whatever situation this is. So I do feel that the page is asking you, calling you to take the lead in this matter. This is your life, your decision to make, and not to fear, just to trust in the process, and just take control. I also feel that this is whatever this is a very important aspect in your life that you are, I'm coming back into the feeling of cutting something out. But I also feel that I wish the Strength card was in this reading, because I'm also feeling that you just got to be brave. Just tap into your courage and just be brave. And you can, it's in there. And then finally, at the end of this reading, we have the World. And I think this is a lovely way to end this this reading. And I'm just feeling that everything is exactly as it should be, that you are divine, we are divine, this is all divine. And you can't make any mistakes. This is just about remembering how amazing you are, how amazing we all are, and that we are just brothers and sisters walking each other home. And I don't know why that came in just now, but I did. I'm just feeling a lot of angelic energy with the wings here on this figure, and that we are all being watched over, and that we're all protected, and that we're all divine. And not only are we being watched over, but we are also the watchers. Okay. So that was a very interesting reading. Yes, so it was an interesting reading. I'm not even sure what to say about it. I'm still feeling a lot of love. I think I did last week too. I was feeling a lot of love. And as I'm tuning into it more, and I've done this reading and tuned into the energies more, and especially with this last card, it's heightened very much so. So, ending messages, what do I say? I can say the usual: you are loved, you are love, and that I love you, which is all very true. I think that's really it. I mean, anything else I'm going to say, to me, sounds empty. Not empty, but I'm not sure. Let me just tune into the cards here one more time and make sure there isn't any final. So we do have 3 major arcana cards. We have the Lovers, Justice, and the World. And with those 3, I get the message that you just to trust the process. So whatever decision that you're facing right now, whatever changes that are occurring in your life, trust the process, because this is happening for you. You are co-creating this, whether you realize it or not, to step into a higher aspect of who you already are. So it's letting go of more of the illusion, the parts of us that we adopted. And by letting that go, we are creating space for that higher aspect to shine through us, which allows in more joy, more connection. But we do have to work through the achy parts, you know, those uncomfortable parts. But those are teaching tools to help you understand about yourself. And don't be afraid of them, because they're here to help you. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I am wishing you so much love, and I hope you have an amazing, beautiful week. And take care. Bye for now.